Hey, it's Tiffany Robinson. I want to talk about strength, um, because we're told, not to worry about tomorrow, and we, it's said that we have to deal with one day at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 hour at a time, whatever. But He'll give us the strength we need to get through it. He'll use us to apply, like, instead of worrying, we rob ourselves from the blessings that could happen because we worry. We worry that it's going to fail. We worry that we're going to mess up. We worry that we're going to let somebody down, right? But it isn't about what's going on tomorrow, what's going on a week from today, what's going on a month today. It's about today. And it's about how you're going to make your life better, and it's about how you're going to make yourself as a person better. We miss out on all the good things that happen in our lives because we are so worried about failing and letting somebody down and the bad that can happen. Instead of, that's like what on the news, it's all bad. It's all people getting shot. It's all people heroin overdoses. It's all the flag crap. It's all the gay stuff. It's all everything, God forbid there is a news station about people that are trying to help heroin addicts, that are about people that know that there's more to life than just all the freaking wrong in the world. There is more to life, period. There's hell. It's happy. It's beautiful. When you're an addict, everything is ugly. Everything. Everything about yourself, everything about your soul, everything about how you look, everything around you, everybody you hang out with, all the clothes you wear, blood stains, holes, it's all ugly and it all sucks. Life don't have to be like that. It can be absolutely amazing. There's this woman, and for several years, she could not sleep right. She was always afraid of somebody breaking into her house. And one night her husband finally went down because there was a noise, and what do you know? It was a burglar, whatever. You know what I'm saying. And he did. He found the guy breaking into their house, and he was like, his wife pretty much prepared him for it, because he was like, "Hey, good evening, sir." And the the robber, breaking and entering guy, kind of, I guess, didn't really know what to think, because he was like expecting somebody to pull out a gun or something, but he's like, "Good evening, I'm so pleased to meet you. Can you come upstairs and meet my wife?" But it's not funny. It's not funny at all. But she wasted all that time, but she prepared him, and I don't think the guy stole anything. But the whole point of it is she worried and worried and worried for years for no reason. And all it took was her husband to go downstairs and say, "Good evening, will you come up and meet my wife?" Like, that's, I don't know. I want to be like the tree that's planted by water. Like, my hope and my confidence, they're all in me. And like I say, you can't have faith without having hope. Or you can't have hope without having faith. Because having faith is what gets you. If you have no hope, then you're not going to have anything. If you don't have hope, nothing good is going to happen, because you're thinking more about the past and the negative and all the wrong that can happen in your life, instead of having some faith and believing in some kind of hope that things can get better, that things will be better, and things, you're going to make them be better. You have to. Who else is going to? You're by far not just going to sit around and, like I always say, like the magic addiction fairy is not just going to come knock on your door and be like, poof, you're cured. Like, it doesn't work that way. There's a process. I have been there. I've done it. I've looked. If you feel like you're not depressed and you have bipolar or whatever right now, and you're an addict, you're in denial. Because I can promise, I can guarantee you that if you weren't bipolar and depressed before you were in addiction, you are now. You think about it. Think about how many chemicals that I've put in my body for the last 6 years of my life. And I was depressed and had bipolar before all of it, but all the chemicals and stuff that I put in my head, there's no way that a person is going to be okay after getting off of all that. They are not going to come out of this and being, happy and fearful and joyful and like me. It's a process, it's work, and it's worth it. You're worth it. It is beautiful. That's why I need Ellen. I need her help. If I can get on that show, and if I can get on Ellen, and people around the world can see how great life can be. You don't have to live in misery. You don't have to live for paying for stuff that people have done to you. People that have raped you, molested you, told you that you're nothing. It's crap. All of it. It's the lies that deceive us, that make us believe that we are something that we're not. Something that keeps us lost in addiction, so we keep doing it and we die. And so everybody else pays for the hell that we were in. Because the devil's brother has that much hold on us that we would rather have that than anything good, because that lie in our head is telling us that we're not good enough. And it's crap. Because we are good enough. And you gotta know that, and you gotta think that. Because if you don't think you're good enough, you're not gonna get there. Screw them people that think you're always gonna be a junkie. Prove them wrong, man. I would love to hear people tell me that I'm still a junkie today. And the whole once an addict, always an addict thing, I have to bring this up because I'm gonna beat it. Yeah, I might have problems with addiction for the rest of my life, and I have to be careful about taking pain pills and being around those people that are high and whatnot. But I can promise you this, I'm not gonna die being a drug addict, and I'm not gonna die being a junkie. I'm gonna die being Tiffany Robinson, one of the biggest women mentors for drug addiction. I'm gonna do that. So much has changed in the world today, and I am the hope. I am. I see from new eyes, new hands, a new soul. I see it. I know big things are going to happen. I feel it. There is something that doesn't prepare me for this, and it just comes out too perfect. To be able to quit smoking cigarettes after you've been smoking for 13 years, and to quit heroin, one of the biggest, hardest thing to quit. At the same time, I'm sorry, but that's God. That is God. Because just quitting cigarettes alone is one of the hardest things in life that you will ever do. For me to be able to say that I can sit here and I no longer smoke cigarettes, I can be around people that smoke them and it doesn't bother me, and I'm no longer a heroin addict. I am a woman that's battling addiction, and I'm going to win. So, I need people on my side. I need you guys to get behind me, beside me. Man, we need to fight this. I know we can do this, and I know we can beat this. There's so many out there. Don't give up on your loved one, man. Whoever said that you can't change somebody, Bull crap. It's not true. And why not try? I mean, the outcome's going to be the same if you try or don't try, right? So why not make it a little bit more of maybe a better outcome and give them some strength, you know? If they at least try to listen to what you have to say, maybe watch some of my videos that are all over Facebook, anything. If that little bit grabs their attention to make them want to change, there's part of them that are still in there that want to get out and don't know how. Because I can promise you, I wished there was somebody that was like me when I was trying to figure out ways to get out of it. Because everybody said, go to meetings, go to Suboxone doctors, go do this, go do that, you know. I was in church for 3 years just so I could get my Suboxone. But I was addicted to not even just the Suboxone, but taking something every day and selling it. I mean, who wouldn't be? You can get a lot of money and that would be your income. But Suboxone isn't fixing anything, just like methadone isn't fixing anything. Yes, it is a legal way for them to not have to pay for it to still be able to get high. I believe you put somebody on Suboxone for less than 4 weeks, they could get Vivitrol every 30 days. And I can promise you, it would be the best decision in their life. I did that. I wouldn't have been happier with the decision I made. I have no cravings. I have no triggers. I never think about it. I seen a needle for the first time a couple weeks ago on the side of the road. Since the first time I got sober, dude, it made me sick to my stomach. I wanted to throw up. Any other time, I probably would have seen it and been like, man. Like any other person that is on heroin, if I was still using, and I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, give me some bleach, give me some alcohol, I'll clean it. If, you know, whatever it may be, I can guarantee you that people have done that. I've seen it for myself. And I've probably done it a time or two when I was already messed up. Whatever. There's no justifying, there's no anything. If you want to do it, you're going to do it. Just like how they say change your people's places and things, person, place, thing, whatever. Yeah, do that. But moving to another state is not going to do it. If you want to get high, you're going to get high. Point blank. Just like somebody told me that if I was on Vivitrol and I wanted to get high, I could still get high because, you know, I could go to meth or I could go to speed or I could, you know. No, because my drug was opiates. My drug was heroin. My drug was pain pills. That's what did it for me. I'm done with it. I don't want it. I don't want nothing to do with it, and I don't want anything negative in my life because I have lived 13 years of hell. Hell on earth, trying my hardest, scraping at the ground to get out of this. And I can promise you, on everything I love, everything in my life, that is the hardest thing a person can see somebody go through and somebody actually go through it. Those two people are some amazing people, because if you can get out of that, you can do anything. I can promise you. You get away from heroin, the sky's the limit. Because, man, people don't like when I compare it to cancer, but yes, we don't get to pick and choose who has cancer and who doesn't, but we actually made that one choice that's going to ruin our lives for the rest of our lives unless we do something about it. We chose to either be cool like everybody else. We chose to numb something that we couldn't find a way to figure out how to numb it. We chose to try it that one time. That doesn't mean we have to pay for it for the rest of our lives. That is exactly how this is a disease, because you do it once, you are hooked, and you slowly fade away. And our loved ones watch us. We are actually, the way I like to describe it, we are living in a shell. We're in there, way deep down there, we're in there. Everything on the outside, we're just walking zombies that I feel like I've been in a walking coma for the last 13 years of my life. I have, the whole 9 years my son has been sober, never once, this is the first time that he's known me sober. My 3-year-old, my 1-year-old, first time they've ever seen me sober. They don't even know what to think. They don't want to let me go. Like, I could not imagine today messing up and them not knowing where I went. Because I can guarantee you that next mess up is going to take me. And if you haven't heard this before, after each relapse it gets worse. So if you have already did your 5th and your 6th relapse, honey, you don't have not much more relapses in you. You have to save your life because nobody else is going to. Ellen, I need your help. I need to get on your show, and I need to talk to people. And if you can get me on your show, they can see that there's hope. And they can see the happiness in my soul that's going through my eyes that tells you that everything can be okay. Because I can promise you with all my heart, it's possible. It's out there, and you can do it. You can have what you've always wanted, a normal life. I hated those people that could get up and go to work. I hated those people that could go to the movies and not need a bag before they went to the movies. I hated going to holidays, to birthday parties, because I would have to make sure I had enough stuff to get me through that birthday party and that holiday. But I also had all my family members telling me what a piece of crap I was at the same time. So, of course, I'm not going to go there not being on something so I didn't have to hear it. I know all you guys know what I'm saying. We all relate to this. We all have to plan. We are unhappy people. We think about it 24/7. When we are high, we're still trying to figure out ways to manipulate people to get high for the next day, or to figure out how to get money for the next day. It is an ongoing cycle that I did for the last 6 years of my life. And not once did I ever stop to think about who I was hurting or what I was doing. I didn't care. I didn't care whatsoever what happened to me. And that is the insanity part of it. I would have rathered my kids found me in the bathtub than to fight this and get over it and kill it and win it and own it. But you know what? That's the lies that are in our head that tell us that we can't do it. It's all bullcrap. Because we believe those lies, it kills us. And that's exactly what he wants. He wants us to take away from everything that was good. And if you don't notice it, when you get in addiction and you get lost in addiction, it takes everything. Anything you've ever loved, anything you ever thought was beautiful, pretty, all of it turns into darkness. All of it turns into hate. All of it turns into nothing. Nothing means anything because you're lost. You're gone. You're a walking coma. And it is hard to get out of there. It's hard, but you have to want it. And you have to stop believing those lies that are in your head that telling you you're not good enough and that it can't happen, because it is bull crap. You got to believe in something higher than you, and it will get you through it. I can promise. If you don't want to believe in that, believe in me. Follow me. Look me up on Facebook. I am there. I am with you, and I will help you every step of the way. Because you have to get your head level before you can try to get off anything. You have to. When you go to rehab, if you go to treatment and you want to get off of opiates and heroin, you have to get help with your depression and stuff first, and then start weaning down and start, it is a process, it's steps, but it's so freaking worth it. It has made me the happiest woman in the world. And if I could get on Ellen and I could show everybody, because there's still millions of people out there that haven't seen my video, and there's still thousands of people that I talk to every day that I've changed and made a difference in their life because of everything that comes out of my mouth. I don't just think of this. Something is talking through me. And the way I look at it, if you guys can think about this for me, all the people that I've lost to this disease, all the people that have overdosed, all the kids that, you know, never had a chance, all those kids that did it to fit in and died, all them loved ones that have passed away. You know who my higher power is, you know who my God is, and you know who my guardian angels are? All those people that are around me right now that are getting me through this, and they're pushing me, and they're going to make sure I live through it. And they, all the people that you know that you've lost, that have overdosed, maybe they're pushing me too, to you, and that's what's making you watch this video right now. They want you to change, and they're rooting for you, and they need you. Like, I'm serious, I got these people, like, I know you guys might think I'm crazy, I'm not, like, hearing voices or anything, but something is putting this out of my mouth. I usually do not talk like this, but for real, I've been there, and I know how hard it is, and it freaking sucks. I hate life. I know you're hating life, and you're probably rolling your eyes maybe at everything I'm saying, because you might be high right now, and you don't want to hear what I have to say, and that's fine. But man, there's part of you guys in there that needs to hear what I have to say. There's part of you in there that wants out, that hates this life and would rather die than have to go sick tomorrow and try to look for more and more and more on a continuing basis. It sucks. Do something. Do something about it. Don't just sit there and nod off and that's your life. Because I was there. I have control of my life. I'm not out stealing from stores. I'm not out messing with Tim, Bob, Rob, George, you know? I don't have to do that today. I have a job. I'm getting ready to get a brand new car. I'm getting ready to get an apartment. My life is falling into place because of God. And I'm not ashamed to say it. People want to call me a Bible thumper. Shoot. I'm thumping my way up to heaven. And if you guys, you know, the people that say that I'm on a pink cloud, shoot, go to Macy's and get you one, because you'll be happier than you've ever been in your life. So, on that note, I'm going to let you guys go, but I hope you guys like watching this. And I got so many videos on Facebook that y'all need to get and watch, because it helps a lot of people. I know it does, because this alone helps me. So I hope I said something to get you guys through the day, because you guys are worth it. Dude, fight it. Fight it. Fight it like you would fight getting to that dope house. Fight like you would do getting your next cop to sell at a pawn shop. You know, I know it's hard to think like that. It's hard to think that mentality into something that really is good for you. But then it's that mindset that messes with you, that says, man, you don't need this. You are having fun. Now, please leave some comments and tell me how much fun your life is right now being a junkie, being on heroin. I would love to hear it, because I can guarantee you that when I was out there doing heroin, I was not posting on Facebook how happy I was that I was going to meet Mexicans, or I was going to meet so-and-so at a hotel. I was not posting up like, oh shoot, I got the main one today, you know. No, it is not fun, it's not happy, it's not healthy, and it sucks. So I can promise you, and I can guarantee you, there's a way out, and you don't have to live in hell. And Ellen, I need you, woman. I need you. We all need you. Because once you bring me on that show, this whole world is going to see that heroin ain't shit. Excuse my language. But, so, I will fix my crown now and walk like a boss. Because that's what you got to do. Own it. Be confident. I've never had it before, man, and I love it. Alright, my loves. Have a good night. I'm Tiffany Robinson from Marengo, Ohio. Thriving, titled Tiffany on Facebook. I got tons of videos. Go there and watch me. I promise you won't be disappointed. Bye.